everyone. Welcome to tonight's Big Brother Canada chat.
Oh, hi. It's episode 25.
Yes,
can you believe it?
I can.
There's probably about only 4 more episodes.
Yeah, only a few more to go, which is just wild. But last time, Betty won HOH.
And we have no idea what she did.
Yeah, they left off with a cliffhanger. They didn't show the nomination ceremony like they usually do on Monday night. But, you know, we already know what happened because of the live feeds. But whatever, we'll talk about it.
All right, well, what'd you think about Betty and Josh and their awkward moment in the bathroom where she just, like...
Yeah, reaching for something.
Didn't say a word to him.
Okay, so at this point, these two are still not talking. I feel like the two most Betty people have decided to be friends.
Yeah.
And now they're not talking. So who's going to try and fix this first?
I feel like it's really Josh's...
I do agree it's on Josh at this point.
You know,
I mean...
It's on him.
He put Betty up on the block during the triple.
Yeah.
With no explanation.
All right, well... Helena is just thrilled with herself.
Yeah.
She's final 5.
Without ever being nominated. That's a big deal.
But does anybody know what she did? Does she actually qualify for VillainCon? I don't know.
I don't know. She's going to have, you know, a tough road ahead of her explaining. I mean, she's played a great game. She's made moves. She's been influential.
But she's been under the radar.
Yes, so she's going to have to explain that to the jury.
Well, she better get started. So get Betty over here so she can tell her that JC Lynn had the secret veto.
Okay, so last week, Helena and Kevin had this whole plan that they were going to try and turn Betty against JC Lynn for this specific reason. If Betty's in power, they want to make sure that Betty wants to keep them and not JC Lynn.
Right.
And guess what? It worked. Yeah, they told Helena told Betty, "Hey, JC Lynn had the veto last week, the secret veto."
Oh, great! I'm gonna put up JC Lynn and Josh then.
I mean, Betty was like eating it up. She was like,
Yeah.
"This is amazing. Thank you for sharing all this information."
Well, Josh finally goes to talk to Betty. Finally, like 100 years later.
This was before nominations. It had to be like 24 hours after the triple eviction.
Ridiculous. He should have taken care of that right away.
Right? But Josh was like, all right, I'm going to explain to you why I had to put you up on the block and not Kevin and Helena.
Yeah, but he was also like, I'm going to give her time to cool down. Apparently, he doesn't know anything about women. Because you never let a woman have time to cool down because they only get hotter. It might work for men, but not for women.
I don't know.
Different rules.
But Josh's explanation was like kind of weak. He was saying like, oh, if I put Helena up on the block, I was nervous that she would be voted out. Also,
they kept me safe.
He felt like he owed them.
Yeah.
I mean, the real reason is he prioritized the crash test dummies over his relationships with Summer and Betty. Well, that's what it comes down to. But he's not going to say that.
Betty's pissed, and she's rightfully so pissed.
Yeah.
Because she feels like she's been playing for him the whole time and not for her, for her own game, which is pretty true.
There were times in this game where Betty told Josh, like, if we're in a situation where one of us has to go, I will go. I will sacrifice myself so that you can stay.
Okay, bye.
So now she's like, oh my God, why was I thinking that way? Like, I really need to play this game for myself.
Yeah.
So she pretty much told Josh, like, I'm going to be putting you up on the block.
Yeah.
You know,
moving forward, it's all about me.
Yeah, you, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, he didn't prioritize her, but that's not the word.
Yeah.
Not that he didn't value her. What's the word? Oh, I can't think of it right now.
I don't know. I'm sure it'll come to her.
Leave it in the comments if you know what I'm talking about.
All right, so JC Lynn, she's all alone pretty much.
I mean, Gino's gone, so now JC Lynn's like, what the hell? What am I supposed to do?
Kevin and Helena are a duo, and it's very evident to JC Lynn. And
see, I don't know how like super obvious that is. I mean, she's grouping them together, and she's like, we gotta get Kevin out of here. But I don't know that she sees them for sure as a duo.
Yeah, she's not gonna be working with Josh. So she's gonna go to the last person that she would do anything with game-wise, and that is Betty, because she's all that's left.
It's also convenient that Betty's the HOH this week.
Oh, what?
Hello?
You're the HOH?
Yeah.
What?
So obviously JC Lynn wants to be good with her.
Time to talk game.
Mm-hmm. So Betty has some questions for JC Lynn because Kevin and Helena were doing their work last
They
week.
put in the work.
Yeah, so
Doing the most.
Betty's like, I heard from Marty, not Helena, that you had the secret power veto last week. And JC Lynn's like,
Yeah, maybe I did. Did I?
So this looks really bad because there's this rumor going around, which actually isn't true, that JC Lynn and Gino were not wanting to backdoor Marty during Gino's second HOH, and that they actually had this plan to like get Josh up on the block, which again was not true. But the fact that JC Lynn had this secret power veto and didn't use it to backdoor Marty, it looks really sus. So JC Lynn's trying to tell Betty, yeah, I didn't want to use the veto because Gino was afraid if Marty left, then Gino would become the number one target.
Right. All right, well, it's time for the noms.
She's still putting her up.
And there was no surprise. Josh is up on the block, and JC Lynn's up on the block.
Yeah.
Josh, because of the whole, you put me up in the triple, I gotta play for myself. That's
that
pretty
sounds
obvious.
fair.
And JC Lynn, she lied to her and said, you're a strong competitor and you'll be able to pull yourself off.
I mean, at this point, it's kind of making it seem like Betty wants Josh to go.
Mm-hmm.
She's feeling really betrayed for what went down. And she tells JC Lynn, like, oh, yeah, good luck in the veto. You got this, girl.
Well, you know who's thrilled? Little Kevin.
Oh, yeah. This is exactly what Kevin wanted.
Little villain Kevin.
It's working out all according to plan.
He's not on the block, and him and Helena have all the power.
Yeah, I mean,
the noms stay the same.
Whoever's not nominated this week, those are the only two people voting.
Oh, and they just so happen to be in an alliance. What?
Ghost?
Yeah. All right, so Betty and Josh have a chat. They have a coffee date. It's not just a chat. They actually went on a coffee date in the Expedia Lounge.
Betty asks Josh to chat because she just can't deal with this anymore. She can't
It's
deal
taking him forever
with this tension. So she's not ready to throw Josh in the trash yet. This is a great friendship that she's made in the house.
I mean, she wanted him at her wedding.
And vice versa, they want to be in each other's lives outside of this. So Betty was like, this is the final five. I want to have fun. And she was telling Josh, like, I understand what you did. And she wants to be friends again. So
And they are.
This was actually a really beautiful moment. I'm glad that they
loved
were
it.
able to make up, at least on a personal level.
They can't keep these two apart.
I know. They're
so sweet. Yeah. All right, so Betty's realizing that Kevin's a big threat.
I'm wondering...
He's a big threat. He's a big problem.
I mean, she's not wrong. I'm wondering if part of the reason Betty wanted to make up with Josh was that so she could share this revelation about Kevin with somebody, right? So she pulls Josh aside again. She's like, Kevin is, like, really smart. He's really well positioned in the game. We need to take him out.
He also wanted to cut you. He said he's ready to cut you and send you home.
Josh is not happy to hear this.
Josh, poof, light bulb. Kevin is a damn villain.
Oh, no.
Yes. And now Josh wants to get rid of Kevin. But he wants
Does he, though? They didn't really go into it in this clip.
Yeah.
But Betty and Josh were talking about how they wanted the veto used so that Kevin could go up on the block. But they still wanted JC Lynn to leave this week.
All right, well, maybe Josh wouldn't take him to the final three then.
Yeah, they were saying, let's get rid of JC Lynn, and then we can take out Kevin next week.
Right. All right, so it's time for the POV comp. This was really fun.
I thought it was fun, too.
They pre-recorded the house. Everybody was playing, first
This
of all.
was an Expedia tie-in.
Yes. And everyone was playing, and everyone pre-recorded their dream vacations.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. What would be your dream vacation?
I don't know. It's a good question. I like to sightsee, so...
I think my dream vacation would be a week or 3 in London.
It's a good choice, yeah.
Because that's the one place that I would really love to go visit.
Yeah. If it, like, money and all that was no obstacle, I would say New Zealand, because...
Oh, yeah.
I want to see Lord of the Rings.
You want to go on the Mordor tour?
Yeah.
You want to throw your ring in
I want to go
fire?
on the journey from the Shire to Mordor.
Okay. Will you be having the Gollum tour guide?
I hope so.
Yeah. All right, well.
But anyway, you had to remember everybody's dream vacations, and then you go out into the backyard blindfolded.
But what if two people had the same...
I'm sure this was, like, all planned out. I feel like maybe they gave them choices, and they were like, this is what you can choose from.
You can choose this one.
Yeah.
I don't know what they chose, and I don't care.
All right. Well, you had to go out in the backyard with a blindfold, and you had to feel around 5 different setups.
And it was timed individually.
Yeah, dream vacations.
All right.
And you had to match up each set with the person. So that was part 1.
They had 5 different vignettes.
Yes.
And you had to go in there and, like, feel the polar bear.
This is sand.
Feel the sand.
This is snow.
That was fun. I love that. And it looked amazing. Then part 2, after you got all of the 5 correct, and they had to feel the letters even on the sign and where the sign went. And then you had to find all the puzzle pieces to make some puzzle.
Yeah.
With all of the places
puzzle.
on it. Yeah.
And the pieces were hidden throughout the 5 vignettes.
Right. So JC Lynn went first.
Okay.
And she was, she remembered everybody's vacation, but she was bumping into a lot of stuff. And when it came time to solve the puzzle, she solved the whole thing except for one piece.
Yeah, that one piece tripped a few people up on top of that skyscraper.
On the skyscraper.
I mean, if you're a shorter stature.
If you're height challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be tough to find that one.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right. Well, Josh, he got the rooms wrong. He dropped the names on the floor. He kept bumping into the names and they kept falling on the floor.
It made me sad to watch.
And he also couldn't find one of the last pieces.
His was in the newspaper.
In the,
thingy.
Newspaper oven.
Box?
And he got so frantic at the end, he, like, started tearing the rooms apart. They were probably just like, hey, stop it. Then Kevin went, and Kevin
was a disaster.
His heart really wasn't in it. He was just like, I think I got these right. I'll just guess the other two.
He panicked, because it was, like, really bad.
Did he panic, or he just didn't care?
I think he cared a lot.
Well,
this
he
is
sure
a big
didn't
veto.
show it.
This veto is very important.
He sure didn't show it. So then Betty went.
Oh, my God.
She was taking forever. Did she even find the rooms?
She was, like, walking into walls, like, to get back into the house. Yeah, she had a hard time even getting to, like, the 5 vignettes.
She kept going back to the door to leave. She was behind where you make the puzzle.
Yeah.
She was just like...
She was really struggling.
And then Helena, she freaking busted ass through it.
Yeah, I was almost like, can she
just like,
see, like, under her
doop,
blindfold, like,
doop.
it's not pulled down enough or something? Because she's just like, here I go, here I go.
She really did it very quickly.
Yeah.
But she also got tripped up by the same piece that JC Lynn couldn't find on top of the skyscraper.
Yeah.
And now the results.
Okay. In last place, no surprise.
Betty, 47 minutes and change.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. 4th place. I like how they do this, because they give, like...
A few at the bottom, and then... Yeah.
And then the winner. Was Kevin, surprisingly, with 33 minutes. Not really. He didn't know what the hell was going on.
Well, they must have peed themselves when they heard that first place was 10 minutes.
What?
And it was Helena.
Wow.
Woo! So big win for her. Very big win.
Kevin was thrilled. Josh had 16 minutes and JC had 24.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, Helena is not going to use the veto. I was going to say he's not going to use the video.
She does not want Kevin going up on the block.
The VTO.
Yeah. So she's not going to use it.
Yeah.
No way. But in addition to winning the veto, Helena also won a special treat.
And she didn't find out until she went into the secret room.
Yeah, room number 11. What do you know?
Whoa. Wasn't that also the... Yeah.
That's the one that they've been using for all the secret stuff.
She got a 5-minute Zoom call with Kevin effing Martin.
That little puke.
Oh my God.
Love it.
He had a lot of great advice for her.
I don't think they were allowed to talk about anything too specific, like information that he would be able to tell her from the live feeds, but it was like
her general guidelines.
Guidelines.
General guidelines.
Yeah, so this was a real treat for her to talk to a winner and get his advice.
Yeah, he said, don't worry about making friends on the show. You'll make friends after the show.
Yeah, because she's really struggling, especially this week, between personal and gameplay.
Mm-hmm. And she said, and he said, make sure the jury knows what you did.
Very important.
Make sure they see what you did.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
And then Kevin pulled out the whiteboard.
Whoa, he's serious.
And he said, all right, I need you to be calm.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare.
Like for the final comp?
Yeah.
The days and stuff?
And visualize your success.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you, Kevin Martin. Oh my God, I got to see Kevin Martin. But she didn't tell anybody.
She
except
told
for
Kevin. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She told another Kevin.
Yes.
And I bet Kevin was jealous.
He seemed very excited for Helena. He actually...
But I bet he was super jealous.
Helena was saying, oh, he mentioned your name. And Kevin was like, he mentioned me?
Yes, your name is Kevin. All right. You are Kevin.
All right. So it's pretty obvious that Helena is not going to use the power of veto. But JC Lynn's like, I got to at least try, right?
Her argument was so weak.
She was like, show Betty, like, what's up and mess up her nominations.
Fall on your head and do something really stupid.
Well,
Use
she was
the veto
also
on
saying,
me.
look, we want to get Josh out this week, right? Kevin is super close to Josh, so why not use the veto? Kevin will go up, and I will vote with you to make sure that Josh goes.
How about, no?
Yeah. That's going to be a no from Helena, dog.
And that is exactly what happened at the POV ceremony.
Yeah.
The veto was not used, and the video was not used.
That's right.
So that's where we are right now. Tomorrow's the big eviction.
I'm going to say right now, anybody who hasn't been keeping up with the live feeds, there has been some crazy flip-flopping back and forth this week. So just be ready for tomorrow's...
It could still be up in the air.
Yeah, you never know. But be ready for tomorrow's eviction episode.
You might be surprised.
Do some neck warm-ups, right?
Yeah, right?
Because we're going to be like...
Yes. So check in tomorrow, right before the live show.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's it. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much.
Don't use the video.
Yeah, until next time.
Much love.